fight for the right to a night at the opera now.
A line from one of my favourite operatic musical works, Les Miserables. And in Victoria at the Metro Studio this weekend, you're not going to have to fight too hard for your night at the opera, because you can celebrate a term's work of some extremely talented local vocals.
Questa piccola offerta d'accettare degnatevi un core.
Students and veterans of the Conservatory of Music's vocal performance program are taken to the stage. We swooped in on their dress rehearsal, scenes from Così fan tutte, written by classical composer Mozart. This modern adaptation is set in a present-day school, where students get a few lessons in love. Wish I had that class in college.
Yes, young man, you will learn everything you need to know about love.
Students perform Mozart's work in Italian.
Being English speaking, how do they roll their tongues for this?
They practice hard. There's a lot of attention paid to the Italian diction of this, of course. The translation, the pronunciation.
And although you might not understand every word, music is known as the universal language, and you can kind of get the idea of what's being expressed in the story through the characters.
We have a wonderful projection artist who has created for us a series of projections as part of the show. There are enough sort of words that are presented through the projections that I think the gist will be very clear.
The play is directed by the respected.
As they're doing the cross, you can be watching this action.
And conducted by the inducted.
Well, we're very, very lucky in this production that we have Glynis Lation, who's been directing the show, and Timothy Vernon, who's conducting. And it's just such an incredible opportunity for our young singers to work with both of these fantastic artists. Timothy Vernon, of course, is the artistic director of Pacific Opera here in Victoria.
And that's the kind of opera company that professional artists strive to work with, and to ultimately get paid for singing, just like vocal powerhouse Rachel Mitten.
There's opera companies in almost every major city across Canada. Canadian Opera Company is definitely the biggest, but Pacific Opera here in Victoria is an up-and-coming opera company that is really beginning to establish themselves and bringing in some big names to sing the leads.
It's phenomenally clever music. It's moving. It's on the surface. You listen to it and you think, oh, it's so attractive. It's so charming.
Kelsey Wheatley is relatively new to the opera game, although I couldn't tell based on her delivery. She likes the fact that in this program, she can work alongside singers with more experience.
When you study something and you get your hands into it, it's so much more interesting, and there's a lot more to it than I think people think. I mean, opera's so much of it, you know, a perfection, and a lot goes into it, so I have a huge appreciation for it, which I didn't have before.
We have to learn how to use our voices because our bodies are our instruments, and we have to learn how to project our voices. So it's quite a long journey to learn how to produce a voice.
Performances unravel, emotionally of course, this Friday and Saturday. Showtime 7:30 p.m. at the Metro Studio. A place where you can tune into music of a higher brow and exercise your right to a night at the opera. From Victoria, I'm James Green for The Daily.
Oh, che diletto.